Serge Gnabry to Arsenal boast, Perisić to Spurs done, and Tchouaméni to Real Madrid close. Welcome to Rokani Media Football. How are you guys and where are you watching us from? It's the transfer news show in there for you, whereby we bring you the done deals, the deals that are pending, the deals that have really come to a halt, and so much more here onto this channel, because you guys deserve the best as we really do in here for you. I go by the names of Rokani David, aka Aragent, to this channel. Let's get rolling and really bring you this news in detail in here for you onto the channel, which goes by the names of Rokani Media Football. So today there have been loads of stories in there for you. You know, now in the transfer window, you can't do every story. You can't do every story. There is the story of Sadio Mane, there is the story of Serge Gnabry, there is Tchouaméni, there is Ivan Perisić, there is De Jong, there is Julian Timber. There are talks of Chelsea bringing on a player who goes by the name of Ousmane Dembele. So there are very many stories, and if I told you to go on to really give out all those stories in here, it won't be something easy for you to present them to you in here onto our channel, which goes by the names of Rokani Media Football. But as you know, we are trying really to try to improve on our presentation, such that we bring you almost everything that you guys deserve in there for you. And sometimes we feel like we really record a short video of 3 minutes, 10 minutes, or 20, and really compile almost all of the done deal shows in there for you, but we find it hard in there for you. But all in all, this is Rokani Media Football, and we are here to really present to you, because you guys deserve nothing better than the presentation that we bring to you in here for you. Today, first and foremost, Fabrizio Romano has come out and really given us an update on Tchouaméni. Tchouaméni is a player who is playing in France, you know that very well, and he is really a very good player, and he wants to play into the Champions League in there for you. And Fabrizio Romano came out and posted today on his tweet and said Tchouaméni and his agent have reached a verbal agreement with Real Madrid last week, or reached a verbal agreement with Real Madrid last week before the USL final. His priority has been clear for weeks. Real Madrid have improved their bid today of 80 million plus add-ons on, as PSG we are still pushing, talks progressing in there for you. So when you hear that, this is the first process of any transfer. Any transfer deal, the first process are the teams, is the agent and the team where he wants his player to go to come on and reach a total agreement. Now, Tchouaméni and his agent have reached a verbal agreement with Real Madrid. Now that means they've settled the salary, sign-on fee, and everything in there for you. And now, what else? It's all about Real Madrid talking to a side which goes by the names of Bruges, of the side where he is playing right about now. And I really believe that that has also been indicated in here by a man who goes by the names of Fabrizio Romano in there for you. He has really gone ahead to say, this is Fabrizio Romano later, he went ahead to say that Real Madrid have improved their bid for player of AS Monaco who goes by names of Tchouaméni. Now, if you want a player who goes by names of Tchouaméni right now, what you do is simple. After agreeing terms with the agent and the player, that is Tchouaméni, you go on and really talk to a team which goes by names of AS Monaco, the likes of Paul Mitchell in there for you, because they are the ones responsible for this player, and Real Madrid and AS Monaco in direct contact to reach full agreement as soon as possible. And I really believe that they are not going to say no to the 80 million euros plus add-ons in there, because that's the amount of money that they've always requested for, and Real Madrid have gone in to go in and bring or sign this player. And people might be asking themselves, why is it like this in there for you? It's like this for one reason. One, Tchouaméni has been really wanting to go to La Liga, but teams like Manchester United, Arsenal, Chelsea, Man City, and Liverpool have been linked to a player who goes by names of Tchouaméni in there. But when you look at Tchouaméni, for him, he believes that if at all Camavinga Eduardo has really gone ahead there and performed very well, and he believes that he's so much talented than Eduardo Camavinga, and that means that he can go in there and start. And when you look at the three players that play into the midfield three of Real Madrid, Toni Kroos, Luka Modric, and Casemiro, all of those are in their third decade, in the early years of their third decade. So that means they can't play game in, game out. To me, the reason as why very many people came out and really ruled out Real Madrid on winning the Champions League is because of that midfield three, because all of them are close to 30 years of age. They are close to 30 years of age. Now, when they're close to 30 years of age, it's very hard for them to come in and compete on a high level. And what really made it easy for them was that they never got enough push from Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, Sevilla, Villarreal in the league, because they won the league with like 3 or 4 games to go, and that really enabled them to give these players a good rest. That's why Liverpool, it was hard for them to come in here and concentrate so much on a team who had spent close to a month preparing for this game. Trust me, Real Madrid had spent a month preparing for this game because they had already won the league, and Ancelotti had all his focus onto the Champions League. But Liverpool had to play and push Man City until the last day. That means Jurgen Klopp's mind was divided. It was not so much onto the Champions League. He minded so much about the Premier League and the FA Cup. After winning those, he was left with just a week to prepare for the Champions League finale in Paris, and that's how they lost in there. But Real Madrid winning the Champions League has really played a very big part to Tchouaméni. It looks like Tchouaméni wanted to go to a team that wins the Champions League because it was also linked to a side which goes by the names of Liverpool. But right now, Tchouaméni is going to Real Madrid because everything has been agreed. Now it's left between Real Madrid and AS Monaco to come on and really agree a deal that will see Tchouaméni living in there to go in and play for a side which goes by names of Real Madrid. So that is the Tchouaméni story in there for you. And if at all anything comes up on the show, we are really going to come up in here and really present it to you as quick as possible. We are going to come in here and present it to you as soon as possible in there for you. So that is a man who goes by names of Tchouaméni. He is really a very good player, and I really believe that he is really a very good revelation in this game of football, especially playing into that holding midfield role. He is 22 years of age, and this season he has played 35 games for a side which goes by names of Monaco and scored 3 goals in the league. He has played UEFA Europa League 7 games, 4 French League Cup in there, and 4 Champions League games, meaning that this gentleman has played close to 50 games this season for a side which goes by the names of Monaco. Oh my God, 50 games, and that indicates that he's not an injury-prone player, and just know he's part of the team of France in there, and he's now playing that midfield position alongside Paul Pogba. The likes of Rabiot have been displaced by this young man. The other player was N'Golo Kante, has also been displaced by this young man, and I really believe that he goes on to shine because he's a really very good player, and we really wait and see what is really going to happen in here onto our channel. But you know, we always bring you the news in there for you. Now let's go to a man who goes by the names of Ivan Perisić, because that story of Serge Gnabry is really going to be the last story that you're really going to do onto this channel. When we go to this man who goes by the names of Ivan Perisić, I think he's 30 plus. He's also into his 3rd decade, in the early years of his 3rd decade in there for you. He was been at Inter Milan, and one of the teams that sounded most to be wanting him to come and play in the Premier League for the very first time was Manchester United. That was between the era of Jose Mourinho, 2016 to 2018, because he pushed so much for this player to come in at a side which goes by Manchester United, but they couldn't deliver him, and that is the board of Manchester United, because there has been a disappointment to almost other managers, because even the interim Ralf Rangnick came out and told them that if at all you want us to go to the Champions League, can you please get me a centre forward? He gave them options. Julian Alves went to Man City, £18 million. There are central midfielders that you wanted, Bouba Kamara, €5 million, and this other guy that left Germany and went to Juventus at a fee of he plays for Switzerland in the Zakaria. So if at all he had £25 million, he would have brought in 3 players in January transfer window, and that's the eye of a good manager. But United doesn't really go on to that. So we're not talking United, but I'm really telling you about how managers that have been at Manchester United have been frustrated by the board for not really delivering what they want in there. So Fabrizio Romano has come out and said official, and here we go, confirmed. Ivan Perisić joins Tottenham Hotspur as a free agent on a 2-year contract as expected. Deal now completed and announced by Spurs. Antonio Conte wanted Ivan Perisić as priority signing in there for you. So you see, this is what teams do. Teams that are really serious in the market are going to use these 30 days of June to get in every player they want. Now, after getting in all the players they want, then they can take their time. Even if a player leaves on the D-Day of the end of the transfer window, I think it's going to be, is it 7th August? Is it 7th August? I think it's 30th September. Then the team will have already organized itself. When you look at a team which goes by the names of Spurs, they're going to play in the Champions League, and Antonio Conte believes that I'm really going to get in players that I really deserve, and I really believe that it's going to get a backing that he wants from the managers. And first of the player that has come in goes by the names of Ivan Perisić, and Ivan Perisić coming in at a side which goes by the names of Spurs is really a very big boost, because when you look at that left side, they've only had one player who can go on and deliver game in, game out. He goes by the name of Son Heung-min, and with the accumulation of games and the intensity that Antonio Conte plays with and the teams they're really going to face, they really need to reinforce such that these minutes get shared. And when you look at Perisić, if at all he plays in the Premier League, then he plays like 60 minutes. Then Son Heung-min comes in, plays the 30, then in the midweek when they're playing the Champions League, Son Heung-min starts playing 60, then Perisić comes in and plays the remaining 30. So that's a rotation that is needed, especially if your team is really going to go on and compete at levels that you expect it to compete in there for you. But it's a good signing to me. He is really a work ethic player. He is not so much skilled, but his two most deadly aspects are his pace and his cross. His crossing is undoubtedly, he's obviously one of the best crossers of the ball on the European continent, especially when he cuts inside, when he really widens the pitch in there for you. So Spurs really needs this kind of player, especially if at all they are going to retain a player who goes by names of Rokani with them. You need a player like Ivan Perisić, who is really going to come in and bang in these goals as soon as possible, because when he really gets in that ball, Rokani really has good runs and he has improved his system of play. You might find him at the center line releasing Ivan Perisić, and by the time Ivan Perisić crosses that ball, it will be a man who goes by the names of Rokani receiving it into the 18 yards box area of the opponent, hence tapping into the back of the net. So I really believe that's going to be a very good connection, and it looks like Antonio Conte wants to build a counter-attacking team, because I've known Ivan Perisić for being a counter-attacking player. He gets that ball, he runs fast past defenders, and amidst his age, he has not cut his pace. His pace is still constant. He reminds me of Arjen Robben. Arjen Robben was really one of those players, even when he had reached 34 years, he could run, and his intensity and pace was still like an Arjen Robben whom I saw at Chelsea at the age of 20 years in there for you, when they had just signed him from a side which goes by the names of Netherlands in there for you. So that is a man who goes by names of Ivan Perisić. He's at Spurs, confirmed and sealed, and the deal has really gone down in books of history that he's the first signing of Spurs in this summer in there for you. Now, most of you are really waiting for this story, and I've also done it aimingly. I aim to do this because you guys won't be in here to wait, but this is a story you guys are really waiting for. It's a story being reported in by Mia Samia, coming in from Germany, especially reporting what we call the transfer news, saying that Serge Gnabry is yet to accept Bayern's latest contract offer, with the Bavarian-based club urging the player to give a straight yes or no answer to the latest deal. If the player's response is no, he will reportedly be sold this summer. That is the boast that Arsenal are really having, because most Arsenal fans have been asking me, Rokani, what's going on with Serge Gnabry? I really feel like it's time for him to come back home. But a side which goes by names of Mia Senior, that is from Germany, you can as well check it on Twitter. They have really come out and said it's a give or take. It's a take or leave. That's what Bayern Munich is giving a man who goes by names of Serge Gnabry, the former Ghana. They've told him that we are giving you the last deal. If at all you don't really take it down, we are really going to sell you. We are really going to sell you. That's what Bayern Munich has told Serge Gnabry. Now, when you look at Serge Gnabry, people have been coming out and saying, no, Serge Gnabry is using Arsenal to see to it that he negotiates his deal and they get him the money that he wants. No. Bayern Munich have a ceiling of a salary they pay their players. Let no one lie to you about that. Bayern have got a ceiling of the salary they pay their players. So don't expect Serge Gnabry to get the salary he wants for the deal he wants at Bayern. You see they're even losing Lewandowski, one of those strikers that has been there for Bayern Munich for close to 9-10 years. And he has really scored 300 plus goals in that red shirt. And he has really led them to several victories in there. That is Lewandowski in there for you. So if at all they are really letting Lewandowski go, don't expect Serge Gnabry to get the deal they want. That's why we've said that it's really Serge Gnabry to Arsenal boost, because they've put there a deal, and if at all Serge Gnabry doesn't agree with it, they are going to sell him. And how much are they selling him? 40 million euros. That is 35 million pounds, and that money is affordable for Arsenal, because when you look at the number of players Mikel Arteta brought in last season, they almost averaged 30 million pounds. The most expensive player he brought in was Ben White at 50 million pounds. But Ramsdale was at 30, Odegaard 33 million pounds, the rest 17. 17 was Sambi Lokonga, 7 million pounds was Nuno Tavares. So Tomiyasu was, I think, was it 16 million pounds? So 35 million pounds or 40 million euros for Arsenal. It's really a bargain. For Arsenal, it's a bargain, and I really believe that Mikel Arteta would like Serge Gnabry onto this squad. Someone will ask, why should Arsenal get in Serge Gnabry? The reason is simple. Arsenal has been playing one game a week, and they failed to clinch that fourth spot of the Premier League. If Arsenal really got in 2 players in the January transfer window, they would have clinched that fourth spot of the Champions League in there for you. And this is evident from what Spurs did. Spurs brought in 2 players, that is Kulusevski and Bentancur, who played in the midfield, and they really went on to win the fourth spot of the Premier League and then the Champions League now. So Mikel Arteta knows it very well that on the left side and right side, he really has a player who can really play on both flanks, and this is Serge Gnabry. Serge Gnabry plays both of the left and right flanks, especially when attacking, and his intensity is way up there. He's a former Ghana. He loves this side, and I really believe that he can come in and get the job done at the side which goes by names of Arsenal in there for you. So very many Arsenal fans are going to be excited about this story. When you read it, that Bayern Munich latest contact offer with the Bavarian-based club are urging the player to give straight answer, yes or no. This is where the gist of the matter is. They are requiring for a yes or no answer from Serge Gnabry. And if at all Serge Gnabry's agent has already agreed a deal with Arsenal, they'll just go in and say, all right, you are not giving us the money you want. We are really moving away, and Arsenal are really taking us. And when you look at Arsenal, they can really offer him the amount of money that he wants. Even if he wants a deal of £200,000 a week, they're really going to give him that money, because the fact is, Serge Gnabry, if at all he was not left with just 1 year, and he had like 3 years or 2 on his contract, he could go for £70 million. He could go for £70 million. Do you know why? Serge Gnabry is still young. He's still a young player. According to what I know, Serge Gnabry is a young player, and he has really played and had the fantastic 2 seasons at Bayern Munich. Serge Gnabry has been a blessing in there. Serge Gnabry is 26 years of age. He has played 34 Bundesliga games. He has scored 14 goals. Champions League has played 8, 3 goals. DFB Pokal Cup, he has played 2 games and 0 goals. That means this season he played 44 games and he scored 17 goals. That is Serge Gnabry in there for you. And I really believe that it's going to be a very good bargain if at all he comes with a side which goes by names of Arsenal. Because when you look at Arsenal, apart from Martinelli, they don't have a player who is so much skilled on really sitting down players. Bukayo Saka is not good at sitting down players. You know that very well. Because his technique is the same. A good player, what makes a player good on sitting down players is him being unpredictable on the technique he's going to use to sit down or go past a player. When you look at Bukayo Saka, his technique is the same. Cut inside and curl that ball onto the top corner of the goal. You get? That is what he does. And he is predictable. He's predictable. The reason as to why he's so much loved, it's because of his work rate. He tracks back to help the right fullback very well, and he covers in a lot. But when you look at a team, when you look at a man who goes by the name of Serge Gnabry, he is good at everything. A good shot on him, his pace, he has a good skill, he has a quick foot, his fast touch is marvelous. He is really good at accelerating through the midfield, and when you look at him run, he doesn't run like the Bukayo Saka. Sometimes he really runs while widening the pitch. Serge Gnabry closes the pitch down. That's the reason as to why I like Martinelli at Arsenal. When you look at the way Martinelli plays, Martinelli closes down the pitch totally. He closes it down totally. So Serge Gnabry to Arsenal, if it really happens, it's really going to be a very good deal. And very soon, you're really going to hear whether Serge Gnabry is coming to Arsenal or not, because a deal is going to be agreed as soon as possible. A deal has been put on the table by a side which goes by the names of Bayern Munich, and they've told him it's a leave or take. If you take the deal, you stay. If you don't take the deal, you go. That's a deal that has been put up for Serge Gnabry by Bayern Munich on the table, and I really believe that he really wants money, and he knows that when I go to Arsenal, they're really going to get me money. He's 26. He is in the mid of his second decade, and this is where players do make money. Having left Arsenal in 2016 and went and played at a side which goes by names of, which German side did he play in there? Is it Leverkusen? That's where Bayern Munich got him from, and he played very well. Till now, he's playing very well, and he has refused to really go on and renew his contract until they get him the amount of money that he wants. But we wait and see whether he really loves the team, because if at all he really loves that team, he's really going to go in and really sign. But according to how I know how football players really want money, I really believe that Serge Gnabry will go in and play for a side which goes by names of Arsenal in there for you. So guys, feel free to go into the comment section, tell me what you think about Serge Gnabry to Arsenal boost. We had a story about Tchouaméni, and we told you that Tchouaméni and his agent have agreed a deal with Real Madrid, and Real Madrid is now talking to AS Monaco because they've improved their bid to 80 million euros plus add-ons. I really believe that that deal is going to come to happening. Then Ivan Perisić has been confirmed as the first signing of Spurs this summer, and they've unveiled him as their first player, and he has been signed by Antonio Conte, a sign that Antonio Conte is staying at a side which goes by names of Spurs in there for you. And Arsenal has gotten a Serge Gnabry boost because Bayern Munich have finally spoken to him and told him, this is what we're giving you. And when you look at Serge Gnabry, he has every reason to worry, because Bayern Munich has brought in a player who goes by names of Gravenberch. When you look at Gravenberch, he is really a very good player. And when you look at the midfield of Bayern Munich, they play with a 4-3-3, and they've brought in a right back that has been playing at Ajax under Erik ten Hag. Is it Mazrui? Yeah, he comes in from Africa, and they've brought him on. When you look at the midfield of Bayern Munich, he's not so sure that's going to come in and start, because the midfield three is going to be Kimmich, Gravenberch, and which other player? Goretzka. So Goretzka, those three, Serge Gnabry can't get a position in the midfield three. Then we look at the attacking force. They want to bring in Sadio Mane. They have Leroy Sane. So where is Serge Gnabry going to play, because he's not a centre forward? And the departure of a man who goes by the names of Lewandowski really calls in for them to go in and sign another player. So we wait and see what's really going to happen into this deal. And I will believe that Serge Gnabry, when he comes in at Arsenal, is really going to get in enough playing time he wants, because he wants to play into the World Cup, and Mikel Arteta will give him the time that he wants, because Mikel Arteta has proven to us that when he signs you, he gives you the time you want, and it's you who lets yourself down. I sign out for now. Sorry for that. I sign out for now. See you later, as my mates. And we are really going to be doing this live stream on a daily by bringing you these live updates in here on this channel. Your reactions are welcome in the comment section below. Smash the like button, comment and share. And if at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to go into the lower right bottom corner, smash the subscription button, hit the notification bell that will enable you get notified each and every time I upload a video onto this channel. I'm out.